What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? I am not awake. You are not awake. We are not awake together. I have no idea what this weird 9 to 5 sleep cycle is that I've suddenly settled into. But this is day 2 of waking up at about 7:38 in the morning. Whatever. Maybe it's the start of a new day, the start of a new leaf for Paul's ego. Who knows? Maybe my night owl days are over. How are my early birds doing today? Say hello to everybody in here. Hello, everybody. Coolman's up in this bitch. Oh, yeah, that's right. What is the point of this reality? Dude, look at you. Already deep and edgy. It usually takes me a few hours to get that edge on. But you, sir, are ready to be edgy right at the top. Well, last night's show was fun. Cool, man. I'm glad you had a good time. We did a patrons-only special episode last night because we met a subscriber goal on Patreon. So the patrons got an episode on conspiracies, I guess. And I don't know about you guys, but I learned a lot about conspiracies. Never gotten more value. Hey, dude, that's what I like to hear, man. $5, dude. All this shit you get for $5. Well, that's some morning music there. Yeah. I wish I was a fucking sleep. Into my bed I will creep. Pull the covers up over my head. Pretend I'm motherfucking dead. It's time to go to bed. Time to go to bed. Wake up to go to my job. Dressed like a motherfucking slob. I wish my friends were dead. It's time to go back to bed. Wow, I like that song. Write some lyrics to that song right off the top of the dome. Well, that's enough. I think people are aware that we are not ideology. Let's get this shit started. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that people are actually getting notifications for these. It's a shocker. One thing I heard about conspiracy theories is that people who believe them don't really have a lot of control in their lives, so they latch onto something that they all have knowledge of. I mean, we talked a lot about like the reasons people believe in conspiracies, and I think it's way more complex than a lot of people try and paint it. I think there's a lot of factors that go into whether or not a person is more prone or less prone to believe in conspiracy. Yeah, this is a new breed of tism, indeed. A new age, the dawn of a new age of tism. This sounds like a Ryan Adams song. Any nobody's probably even heard of Ryan Adams. And they tell me that the house is not for sale. Conspiracy is real. Conspirators is real. Some theories, though. Yeah, that's the problem. It's like conspiracies get a bad rap because there's a lot of crazy ones, but there's a lot of, there's a lot of genuine conspiracies going along. I did not, but I'll go watch Boogie's video because I am interested to hear why YouTube decides not to send notifications to everybody, especially those people that have asked for notifications for this type of shit. You want some slow bacon? You got it, Sebastian. Ask and ye shall receive. There it is. Slow frying away. Looking pretty good. I'm actually trying to make my own flash fried logo. I think what'd make submitting them a lot easier is to have an email. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, honestly, Coolman. Maybe we'll set up a flash fried email box. I mean, you can send them to TJ or I on Twitter, too, and I guarantee you will see them. So for now, anybody that has an intro that they want to send, just, post it on Twitter, send it to me or TJ via DM. I don't have my DMs turned on by default, but I do get, messages and I check them, so. All you have to do is click the bell and you will 100% get notifications. Yeah, I mean, that's the hard thing, though. Getting people to understand how to opt in and shit. Most people probably understand how to do it and do it if they want to, but there are probably people that just have no idea why they don't hear about, you know what I mean? The feature is not all that well explained, even by those of us making, we're always telling you, click the little bell, but, a lot of people are like, what? What bell? I find it hard to believe that YouTube is owned by a corporate giant like Google. The site is so glitchy and unprofessional, it's embarrassing. The UX is atrocious, too. I mean, the thing with YouTube is, what you've got to understand for Google is that YouTube really isn't a moneymaker for Google. I'm sure it makes a little something, but the operating costs for YouTube, the storage space required, the bandwidth required is just exorbitant. And the amount of money that they make off of it really doesn't recoup the cost. So Google really has no real impetus to actually improve YouTube and make it more user-friendly and clean it up and fix the glitches and the nonsense, because they're not making buku money on it. This is not their biggest money maker. So it's kind of like the redheaded stepchild of Google. YouTube just kind of sits out there in the sewer, still remains relevant because, it was the earliest adopted video distribution platform. But as far as getting updates, getting upgrades, getting things from the company that would support people that just view content and people like me that are trying to make it as well, it's just not going to happen. I mean, eventually all websites will shut down, man. YouTube's days are numbered. I just don't think it's going to be a quick death. It's going to take a long time before every TV doesn't have a YouTube app auto-installed on it, and every phone doesn't come with the YouTube app pre-installed on it. You know what I mean? It's just so ubiquitous now. Everybody uses it. It's kind of replaced network television in a way, which is weird. But that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be this platform you sit down and look at on your mobile device or your TV, and you flip through channels and you watch different shows. That's how crazy integrated into people's lives YouTube is. So, oh yeah, the CEO, Susan Wojcicki or whatever the fuck, is a total dunce. A total incompetent fool. Yeah, man. If it turns out that Pornhub isn't just talking shit and actually plans to do something about, this absolute dire, desperate need for a platform that is oriented towards freedom of speech and freedom of expression when it comes to language and freedom of topic, the gun nuts are flocking to that platform because YouTube has just decided that it doesn't want to host channels that talk about guns anymore. Even like informational hobbyist type channels. As if those are responsible for mass, you know what I mean? It's another weird ass Band-Aid on the giant gaping bullet wound through the center of America. Wojcicki, whatever. I don't like. She doesn't deserve the respect of learning how to pronounce her shitty ass, weird ass Polak last name. I'm gonna forget how to pronounce that immediately, and I'm just gonna continue calling her Susan Wojcicki because she doesn't deserve the respect of a correct pronunciation of her name. Whoa. You know what this is? Does this sound familiar to anybody? I know someone who uses this music in their videos. Dude, anybody in the chat? I'll start it off again. Right? Wild Bill's music, yeah. The song is called Succotash by Silent Partner, and this is actually YouTube's curated list of music that you can use on YouTube for free. So, there it is, dude. Wild Bill for America, dude. Discovered. Let's listen to his whole song, man. Mild chill, yeah. This once again sounds a lot like a Ryan Adams riff to me. Wow, why doesn't he use this part? This is way cooler than the opening riff. I love this bridge. It's pretty. I'm not even kidding, dude. This is kind of a chill like groove. Gonna be one of those 32-hour days. Can you spare a cup of energy? Everybody send first last your energy. I'm sending you my energy first last. Bestowing my energy upon you. A little bit of my reserves to you. Come on, guys. Help him out. Get out there. Give him your energy. Jizz works. Jizz can be converted to energy, right? We got to take care of our own here, on Not Ideology. We got to make sure we all have the gumption and the get up and go to get through the day. Hey, Paul, when are you going to put stuff on the Cinema for Cynics Patreon? Very soon. TJ and I are getting together this weekend to film our first Cynics versus Cinema for patrons only. So stay tuned, man. Oh, yeah, dude. Maybe he's making a Destructo disc. Dude, can we, Dragon Ball Z, Krillin is the best character. Can we just be honest about that and then move on? All these other dudes that people think are cool, dude, Krillin is the cool one. He's got the Destructo disc. He's bald. His whole head it looks like a Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? Yamcha's okay, but Krillin's the shit. Fuck Vegeta. See, that's the edgelord's immediate pick, Vegeta, because he's always so snooty about everything, and it's just like, oh, that's me. Look at that. It's me. Just powerful and dismissive. It's like, fuck you, man. Fuck Vegeta. It's Krillin. It's all about Krillin, dude. I don't even want to hear any bullshit about it. I ain't trying to start shit. I'm just telling people what's what. Not only would Krillin be cool to hang out with, but he's got, like, dude, the Destructo disc is one of the coolest, like, finisher abilities, dude. The Destructo disc is awesome. Way better than the Spirit Bomb and the Kamehameha and the fucking Ultimate Final Flash bullshit. Yeah, I haven't really watched a whole... Like, I've watched probably all of the first run of Dragon Ball Z, whatever the... You know what I mean? The first season, I guess. And that was just due to the fact that I had a bunch of friends that were into Dragon Ball Z at one point in my early 20s. But, like, I haven't ever seen any of the, like, Dragon Ball Z DX or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, any of the newer shit. Like, Super Saiyan 2 wasn't a thing when I stopped watching. So this idea that people can, like, go Super Saiyan twice, that's all new to me. Yeah, I kind of, like, that's one of those games that, like, I look at Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I was like, dude, if I had time to sit down and really spend a bunch of time with a video game, like, that would probably be one that I'd choose to do it with. Oh, that's the best feeling in the world, man. Just a wave of good old morning nausea, just like an old friend. Hello, Paul. It's morning time, and your stomach hurts. This music is ass. Well, what do you want me to do, dude? There's not, you know... You gotta fill the soundscape somehow. Oh, God. No. See what I mean? Alright, we'll go with this for now. I mean, you can call it ass all day, but find me a better playlist, man. Ugh. I'm 25 and just got my first legit girlfriend. Got any advice for me? I mean, fuck that pussy. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, I don't know the particulars of your relationship, and I don't like giving out general relationship advice because it's just... It's so likely to not apply. It'd be better if you didn't use music so we could put our own playlists on in the background. Well, I mean, not everybody wants to do that, though. You know, not everybody listens to music. Like, we were talking yesterday in the stream about the possibility of me setting up a Spotify playlist that I can play, you know what I mean, so that I can hear it. And if anybody wants to listen along, they can jump on the spot. But I don't know, dude. Most people watching this aren't going to do that. So what's the point? Holy fuck, dude. I am so incredibly nauseous. This is not cool. I fucking hate this, dude. Oh, man. I don't even know what causes it either. I probably got, like, some horrible fucking stomach cancer or some shit. Isn't it great? Just the deterioration of your body. It's like, oh, it's morning time? Well, here's a big fat dose of nausea for you. Here's some Russian metal. Well, yeah, but can I play it on this? Is it copyright free? That's the problem. Probably just pregnant, yeah. I'm probably just knocked up. I know, I probably don't have stomach. I was just being dark. It's probably just some common fucking thing that happens to people in the morning. It probably has to do with my eating habits. Whoa. This sounds like you could shill a product to this. But I can't hang with it. Holy shit, man, that is soulless. Get out of here. It's just the cadence of every bad advertisement ever made. It's that extra pepperoni DiGiorno's at 4 in the morning. Yeah, that probably's got something to do with it, dude. That probably's got something to do with it. Like, what is this? This is literally something you'd play in an elevator. See, like, YouTube's like, here's a bunch of free music for you to use in your videos, and this is what they give you. What the fuck, man? What am I supposed to do with that? Rap to it. I can't. Like, I could, but I don't want to embiggen this horrible bullshit. Have you sussed the Coca-Cola ads you made on my channel? What? Alright, I can't hang with this anymore, man. It's just, like it has no soul whatsoever. Like, you can, like, that's just it's like a song written by corporate conglomerate or something. It's just, ugh. It has no intrigue to it. Nothing. It's just nothing. It's just fucking nothing. I hate that kind of music, man. I like all kinds of music, but music that just sounds like it was put together by a machine for maximum pleasant listening. It's just like, fuck me, man. Embiggen isn't a word. Sure it is, dude. Embiggen, dude. Definition: to make bigger or more expansive. Get out of here, fucking porm jorm, you stupid faggot. Yeah, dude, it's a totally cromulent word. I agree. I think what happened is that porm jorm had a brief interregnum in his intellect. A brief interregnum in his critical thinking capacity. Maybe your nausea stems from Cody Weber's band camp. Oh, man. I don't know just what you mean. Yeah, dude. Porm, jorm, gorm, jorb. The most desperate for attention person you will ever meet, dude. Like, there's a lot of trolls that buzz around the DFF, DP, you know, community. But, man, dude, there is only one troll that is so fucking desperate for attention that you can literally smell it coming off him through the internet. Like, I know they haven't invented smell-o-vision yet, but just fucking hang around somewhere Porm Jorm has been and tell me you can't smell the desperation to be noticed and to be relevant inside some community, like to be respected within some little sub-community is all he wants for his life, dude. And you can just tell it, dude. He wants it so bad, dude. Porm Jorm, dude. No, he's even worse than Director, dude. And like I said, dude, Director is a total attention seeker, obviously. But I'm just saying, Porm Jorm is on a level above that, dude. He desperately wants people to care. He needs it in his life, dude. Good old Jorms. Hey, Paul, my stomach hurts every morning, too. Try smoking weed, kind of my thing. Well, yeah, I mean, I've obviously given that a shot this morning. But it doesn't always help. God, man. Oh, this music is just driving me nuts. This is going to be a common theme, I think, with these streams now until I figure out a way that I can, like, play what I want to play. Here's some instrumentals Mac DeMarco released. He put them out independently, and a dude I mod for plays it on Twitch. Well, yeah, Twitch is different, though. You can play... Oh, it doesn't get muted on Twitch? Well, I don't know, man. I'll give it a try, I guess. We'll see what happens. All right, we'll let Mac DeMarco play for a little bit. I mean, it might get fucking muted here, but whatever. This channel's not even monetized yet, so I guess maybe that's the key. Just never monetize this channel, and like that's the problem though. Is like 90% of the time when if you played like a song or some copyrighted material, it's just gonna get monetized by the copyright owner. But sometimes it'll get your whole channel muted. See, I can dig this because it sounds like Ween to me. It sounds like a Ween riff. Cause I need a little pussy. It's time to find some pussy. Just write songs to this, dude. I wake up in the morning with the tint in my pants. I go to the shower and I stroke my gland. I love it, dude. Yeah, I can dig these jams. Yeah. I've listened to a little bit of Mac DeMarco before. I can dig the groove, you know. How's it going, Tree? How's life? How's your Ultima character coming along? You spent any time? It's been a few days since I've logged on to mine, honestly. I'm just shy of finishing my character too. I just have wrestling to finish now, but I've just been so busy the last few days that I haven't been on. But yeah, so yeah, once I finish wrestling on that character, then I've just got to make like 700 gold. I've got to figure out how to make 700 gold. I'm thinking about trying to ninja loot some shit. Just like hang around the Britain graveyard, and when people kill zombies, run up and loot them before they can get to the body, and then run away and hide until I got $700. Then I can join the Thieves Guild and start stealing from people. If the Mandela effect isn't real, then how have I never heard of walruses? That's a great question, Dylan. That's a fantastic question. Oh, wait, this is salad days, dude. Yeah, this is going to get me pulled. Right there, dude, right there. See, that's the problem with playing this shit. It's like, this playlist, dude. I guess I'd have to listen to some other ones. I guess it's the full album here. We'll let it do that. Have you thought about reviewing music? No, not really. To be honest with you. If you could instantly master an instrument, what would it be? Piano. That's an easy one for me to answer. I would totally master the piano. Because, like, being a master of the piano opens up avenues to tons of other instruments. Like, having the musical know-how to play the piano really skillfully just makes it's like a great bedrock to build other musical talents off of. So definitely, dude. Tried to play Ultima, but it wouldn't let you make an account for some reason. Well, you just gotta follow the FAQ shit on Ultima Online forever. More than likely, you just did something wrong. Kitty, please, you're driving me crazy. First piece you would learn if you knew how to play the piano, probably something simple, right? Like row, row, row your boat, or Mary Had a Little Lamb, or some shit. What would a stream be without the N-word spam? I know, dude. What would it be indeed? If you could only play 5 games for the rest of your life, but you can have any mods or DLC you want, what would you pick? Only 5. I'm gonna have to answer this one quick because I can't go through all of my library of games in my head. So this is gonna have to be like a off the top of the dome answer. So definitely Diablo 1 would be on the list. My favorite game, very replayable. That would probably handle my ARPG itch pretty well. I guess like I'd probably want an MMO of some type, so I'd take some Ultima Online. You know what I mean? So that I could have that type of experience. Then I'd want probably like a racing game. And one of my favorite racing type games was more arcadey. Was that Burnout Paradise. Anybody remember that game? Fuck, that game was awesome. So I'd take Burnout Paradise for my racing game. So I've got MMOs covered. I've got ARPGs covered. I need a good non-action RPG. I need a good turn-based RPG. So I would say, for that, I mean, it would be hard for me to choose anything other than Final Fantasy IX. Maybe Lunar the Silver Star, the Sega CD version of that. But I'd probably take Final Fantasy IX for my turn-based RPG. And then I'd need like a strategy or builder type of game, you know, like something slow, like a world builder type of game. That's the toughest one for me. Oh, dude, Final Fantasy IX has got to be like that. It's my favorite Final Fantasy by a country mile. I think it just like that's where the series really hit its peak. Great characters, great story, beautiful cutscenes, awesome gameplay, super deep, lots of secrets to pursue and discover, lots of little side quests and shit. That game is just a fucking god, man. It's amazing. XCOM would probably be a pretty good choice. For my strategy / simulation slot, but I'm thinking like, do I want something like Crusader Kings 2 maybe? That would probably be a good choice for me. I really like that game. So deep, so much to learn, so many different ways to play, so many different ways to challenge yourself that I can't imagine, you know, if I had those other 4 games that I'd ever get tired of that one. That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta think about that with these games. Like, you're gonna have to play these games over, like, for the rest of your life. That's it. Dude, yeah, Crusader Kings 2 is awesome. It's not an easy to pick up and learn type of game. It's probably one of the easier Paradox games too to learn, but it's still like there's so much involved, so much little, you know, gameplay mechanics and options that you have to kind of stumble upon and figure out how to use for yourself. Yeah, the moon, dude. The sea moon. Far Cry 5 sucks. Silent protagonist. No pressing Y to pull. I mean, who didn't know that Far Cry 5 was probably gonna suck, dude? That they've just kind of like, they did something really cool with Far Cry 3, you know what I mean, with the kind of open world exploration thing, and then they were just like, well, we're just gonna ride this till the wheels fall off. We're just gonna make a bunch of these games now. And it's just like, why? Why not try something new? Not fundamentally change up your game? No? Okay. Whatever. I'm sure there are people out there that really like Far Cry 5 and shit. But I'm so tired of the repetitiveness of the video game industry. See, like, I checked out at Primal. I took one look at it and I was like, I just can't do this, man. I don't want to be a caveman riding a saber-toothed tiger. As cool as that may seem to some people, I just am not in the Far Cry universe, you know what I mean? Where I've got to run around and get checkpoints and do side quests. I just don't want it, man. I don't want it. Skyrim with guns without guns. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, I think. Well, I'm not recovering. I mean, you don't recover from the stupid strike shit for 3 months. And even then, your channel's now dead because there's been no content. You know what I mean? But, you know, we're handling it the best we can. Doing shit over here now. But yes, yeah, Jason Jeffers is the one, the only, the man with the silky smooth golden voice. Captain Tree. The man, the myth, the legend. It's got a huge wang, too, just so you know. Do you have a Bitcoin wallet? I do not. Get out of here, Crow Man. What's with these like troll people that come in here that are obsessed with some esoteric topic? Like, we had that dude in here a week or so ago that was like asking questions constantly about Gothic architecture, and now we've got Crow Man, who's like, every comment that he makes is about Sheryl Crow. Yeah, YouTube is definitely not a platform that's friendly to any kind of content that isn't family-oriented, PG-rated, you know what I mean? And whatever. I really can't wait for a different platform. A platform that's more oriented towards free speech and expression and discussion. And, you know, eventually I believe that'll happen, but till then, this is what we've got. Let's smash out a HOTS game or two on stream right now. Come on down, dude. I don't want to play with you, Creamage. I don't want to play with you, dude. Because you know what I think you'd do? I think you would ent the entire fucking game, dude. Just to piss me off. You'd be like, all right, Paul, let's do this. We'd be all psyched up to play, and then you would just run it down mid and die to the towers fucking over and over and over again all game. Because I know you, dude. I know you, Creamage. I know what your fucking deal is. Do you know who you're fucking with? You're fucking with the stallion, man. You're fucking with the goddamn stallion, man. You're fucking with the stallion, man. Oh my god, dude. Tell me about it. And it's so sad, too. Like, I know a lot of people don't play HOTS, so I won't spend a bunch of time on it. But Heroes of the Storm is Blizzard's answer to the MOBA. So it's like their Dota 2 or League of Legends or whatever the fuck, right? And I really like it because it's simplified and streamlined, and the games don't take 45 minutes, and the comeback potential is really good. But let me tell you, dude, the fact that it has a lower entry point in terms of skill makes the community that surrounds it the most brain-dead, infuriating bunch of fucking losers on the planet, dude. Like, it doesn't even really, like, quick match is what I usually play because I'm not real interested in climbing and doing the elo thing, like, whatever. It's not my bag. And quick match is just unplayable. Like, I don't even know what to tell you about it. It's just, every game you'll get somebody, and they're not really intentionally throwing or intentionally dying. They just don't know how to play. It's like, and there's always one, at least one on your team, where this person just dies over and over again because they don't understand the game. And that's so, like, on a game where it's like a 5v5 team game, there's really nothing more frustrating than having somebody on your team that's just feeding the other team fucking golds and experience and shit. And whatever, like, I was once that bad at, these types of games. So I can understand, I guess. But you'd think that, like, there'd be a way to match those people with each other. Oh, my God. Put the dunce cap on, Palm Jam, you stupid fucking faggot. I hate Palm Jam, dude. Just like the desperation that fucking comes off of him, that wafts off of his disgusting fucking sweaty ass, pale ass skin, dude. Ugh. The stink of desperation. It's about making the right friends. I clawed my way up from bronze to plat with the right... Well, yeah, I mean, like, I'm just not interested in doing that whole, like, elo grind shit. I just like throwing myself into a game and playing, but, the trade-off for that is just total fucking, just like, it's just frustration most of the time. Yeah, seriously. I think, like, if he comes back and keeps up his stupid Palm Jammy antics, I'm just gonna mute him. I'm gonna give him one more chance to release the tapes, and then I'm gonna mute him, dude. This isn't the subreddit where I'm hands off. This is my shit. So, Pormjorm, release the tapes or keep your fucking mouth shut in here. You're on fucking notice, faggot. Hey, Paul, smoke a bowl with me and let me know if you have some advice of getting out of writer's block. Writer's block. Like, oftentimes what I find with writer's block is that you just gotta plow through it. You've just got to keep writing. Even if what you feel like you're writing is total shit, you can go back and revise later, but somehow, like, if I reach that kind of impasse, if I take a break, it actually can exacerbate the writer's block for me and make it harder for me to come back to a piece and finish it. So it's like, what I would do is just, put your head down and keep writing. And for part 2 of your request, it'll just take me a moment. I've got to prepare some tobacco. Have you tried stream of consciousness writing? Sometimes writing anything to get you started. Yeah, absolutely. That is good advice. Yep. I mean, you just got to keep challenging yourself. You got to keep writing, and eventually your mind will get back into that mode. You'll get back into that mode where you're writing things that you think actually belong, and you can go back and revise out anything that, but just, go with your gut. Trust your instincts. Keep writing. Man, Mac DeMarco really does sound like Ween. At least this little album he released. Do you feel like you have less people in here because you're not on your original channel? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that plays a role. Although, I'll be honest with you, like right now, there's it takes a while for people to build up. There's 130 of you guys in here, so that's pretty average for a stream over on the old channel. So I guess we're doing okay. I suppose we're doing all right. Yeah, Fish RP isn't going to be happening this episode. I'll let you guys know. I don't usually warn you when it's coming up, but we're not going to be doing a Fish RP. This is more of just a wake up, grab your keys, put on a little makeup stream. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the fact that a lot of you guys have found your way over here to the new channel and enjoy just kind of chilling. You know, these there's a wild disparity in kind of the interest and quality of these. You know, really not a lot I can do to help that, but it seems that people come back to watch. So that's cool, man. I'll be your Johnny on the spot. I'll be your Johnny on the spot. My daddy died, left me all he's got. You glad that I found you, Paul? Oh, yes, Antichrist Ministries. You in particular. You in particular, dude. You specifically. Get out of here, Mendacious C. No, Sheryl Crow is a terrible 90s and early 2000s American pop rock artist with such hits as Soak Up the Sun and what's the other one that she did? She had another one, something on Till the Sun Comes Up Over Santa Monica Boulevard. She's garbage. I totally agree. Sheryl Crow sucks. Well, you have, you're not missing out on anything cool, man. The humor is dry when it's present and often relies on shouting. I don't know about often relies on shouting, but the dry humor I'll cop to. I've got a very, very dry sense of humor. Most of the time. Sometimes it gets a little wet. Crow, please contribute to the stream or I'm gonna yeah, dude, yeah. Seriously, dude. Like, your Sheryl Crow trolling is like, it's been old, dude. Don't get escorted out of the stream, dude. Don't be that guy. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Just fucking chill, man. Crimulicious. It's been old, dude. When I heard Ideology got axed, I started missing Paul in my head. I don't know. Didn't know Paul already rooted and had a deep impact. I think Paul is too chubby to forget. Yeah, dude. I get stuck in your mind. Like, your mind tries to forget me, but I get stuck in the forget tubes. Oh, dude, Bilbo. You legitimately caused me to remember something that I hadn't thought of since I was probably like 10 years old, dude. Wow. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. There was a second verse. It rolled off the table and onto the floor, and then my poor meatball rolled right out the door. Yeah. Wow, dude. Yeah, dude, Crow gets the dunce cap for sure. The Cheryl Crow dunce cap. Go soak up the dunce cap, dunce. Sometimes I hear Paul in my dreams, then I realize I'm just a dork who's constantly watching his streams. Wow. Yeah, dude. Like, the Crow personality didn't work out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for people creating, like, characters that always post about the same thing because they have a certain name. But, like, the Crow one? Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Take another stab at it. You know you're a redneck when your gun rack has a gun rack? Holy shit, dude. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Is this the same? Nope. Nope. See? My fucking, the playlist ended. The Mac DeMarco album is over. It worked out for background music, though. It definitely was not pissing me off, so I'll use that in the future. For sure. But for now, I guess I'm just going to have to take a break from the music, because I'm starting to go crazy listening to this shitty-ass free music. Mac DeMarco was a bright spot in that. I had an idea of doing an account called Scotty Empty My 9 into the Canadian immigration line Kirk, but then, oh, damn. Yeah, that would be a good one. I wouldn't feel too accomplished, Antichrist. He said he liked me just because we had the same gynecomastia surgery. What's going on, man? What's happening? Well, yeah, dude. You gotta have a sense of brotherhood with other dudes that have had their bitch tits operated on, you know? Man, isn't that the most... Like, maybe I'm wrong, but I would have taken, like, some other disease over that, man. That one's, like... Especially when you're that age, that's the worst thing in the world. That's the worst one, dude. Gynecomastia. Like, how are you going to give, like, a fucking, young teenage boy fucking big old bitch tits? You got picked on like crazy? Yeah, me too, dude. See, Porm Jorm? You see how you just contributed like an actual human being? Release the tapes, though, asshole. But anyway, yeah, I got picked on a lot. I got picked on constantly. And, like, you know, and not only that, but, like, it just, like, your self-esteem is what takes the biggest hit. You know, other people probably don't even notice as much as you think they do, but you feel like you're just some kind of fucking freak show. Like, you feel like you're a total, absolute fucking freak show. Give me a Gorm Jorb. Yeah. Pass out some Gorm Jorbs, Porm Jorm. Paul, you don't need to be so confrontational with me. I'm sorry if I offended you in some way, dude. I don't remember what I did, to be honest. You don't, dude? Porm Jorm, please. Don't condescend to me, dude. You know exactly what you do. I mean, I can explain it to you if you need it explained, Porm Jorm. If you need me to explain why I have a very, very strong distaste for you personally, I can do that. But I don't think you really need me to do that, do you? You're not totally stupid. I'm the Virgin Mary. What? Oh, get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Boo. Paul, you still master? Of course, I'm a master of the backwards Hadouken. Like, I've been doing it forever. Is this the actual Palm Jam? Yeah, I don't know. It might just be a troll pretending to be Palm Jam. Given like today, like these morning like daytime episodes, man, dude, the troll level is pretty off the charts. Pretty fun. I mean, like, my poor mods are playing whack-a-mole for 90% of the time. Here, let's just do this. We'll remove their ability to see themselves on the video, and that'll be that. Paul, do you think you should date when you're depressed? I hear you're not supposed to love someone if you can't love yourself. Whoa, George Costanza. That's pretty deep, dude. Yeah, no. It's fine for everybody else to date when they're depressed, but you in particular, whether you're depressed or not, should not date. That's the only advice I can give you on that topic, George. Is whether you are depressed or not, make sure that you do not date. Because that might accidentally lead to you procreating, which would be a fucking human tragedy. So please. George Costanza should never date. That's rule number 1 of dating. And before you even get to the do you love yourself nonsense. Depressed or not, there's always hookers. Well, I mean, thank goodness for that, right? They're doing the Lord's work. At least he doesn't have to tell me not to procreate. Well, that's true, yeah. I have that taken care of. I won't be contributing to the misery circus. It's time for the great human self-perpetuating circus of misery. In this ring over here, ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes upon crippling depression. And in this ring over here, ladies and gentlemen, take a gander at hopelessly mentally ill people who have no grasp on reality. And in this ring over here, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the forgotten ones, the old of society, being abused by their caretakers and left to rot in their shitty diapers. Oh, the humanity. You know?
Hey.
Hi. Hi. Step right up. Don't be shy. Come see the humanity circus of misery. Feast your hungry eyes upon the suffering of small children born with harlequin ichthyosis. Yes, their entire lives will be a non-stop cornucopia of suffering. Step right up if that's not your speed, and take a look at people born without arms or legs. Yes, these roly-poly bastards will go through their entire lives and never be able to help themselves do anything. Oh, sure, they might learn to type with a pencil in their teeth, but will they ever do a pull-up? Will they ever lower themselves into the bath? No. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do? YouTube strike. Yeah, I know. No bully, guys, no bully. Yep, yep, yep. Ladies and gentlemen, may I call your attention to the center ring where we have a truly amazing example of suffering. Yes, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a fat, socially awkward, autistic, micro-penised man who will never know the touch of a woman's hand. His entire life, he will try desperately to cling on to a woman, to find a woman that will accept him despite his flaws. But he will die a lonely, sad mess in his room, still supported by his parents. The cavalcade of disgusting suffering never stops here at humanity's Cirque du Suffer. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Too close to home, dude. The circus of suffering, dude. One day, everyone will wear giant, floppy clown shoes, and the world will know peace. Yeah, that's true. Dead meme. What's a dead meme? Tell me what's dead about the meme. Show me where the meme touched you. Show me where the meme... Hold on. What the fuck, Mac DeMarco? Just play... I'm just going to play your album again, dude. Because it was good and it was unobtrusive. How do you pay to get into the circus of suffering? I mean... May I remind you folks that the best thing about humanity's circus of suffering is that your entry ticket is free. That's right, every single conscious human being on the planet is born with the inherent right to attend the circus of suffering. In fact, sir, try to leave the circus of suffering. That's the question that you should be asking, not how do I get in? How do I leave? Ha ha ha! Billions of satisfied customers have come and stayed their entire lives here. Whatever. Yeah, I did the bit more than once. That means it's old. Yeah, that's right, dude. Instantly old, dude. Moving on. Moving on. It's got my Paul's... Oh, yeah, dude. I want a Paul's Third Eye shirt. You know, I've never gotten one. Isn't that crazy? I don't even have a Coolsville shirt. I need to get both of those. I should probably own the two shirts out there that have my face on them, you know? You don't get a free shirt? No. Nope. Nope. You don't get a free shirt. No such thing as a free shirt, man. If I want one, I gotta pay for it just like everybody else. And, I don't know, dude. I mean, you'd think that, like, having your face on a shirt that a bunch of people wear, you'd be like, cool, man, I definitely want to have that. But I can always think of something else that I could spend $25 on, you know? Do I get a discount? No. Nope. Because, I mean, like, it's a Teespring shop, so they don't care that I'm the dude on the shirt. It still costs them the same amount of money to print it and ship it and shit. I guess I can get a discount by using that discount code. Whenever someone asks about my shirt, I just say it's a band. Yeah, there you go. I ordered a t-shirt before I started losing weight, and now it's like a dress on you. Well, you've got a cool dress, then. Paul, my class at uni really likes the design of the Coolsville shirt and affectionately calls it Paul, despite never watching DP. Your cartoon face. See, that's what I'm saying, dude. That shirt in particular, like, I've seen, like, people have sent me pictures of them wearing it on the Great Wall of China, and, like, it pretty much on every continent I've gotten a picture of somebody wearing the Coolsville shirt. That's pretty fucking insane, dude. My face walks amongst the populace. Paul, would you agree with suspending a child from school for drawing a gun? If that gun was pointed at the teacher's head in the drawing, you know what I mean? Or the class or whatever, then you might want to do some intervention with that child. But I don't agree with suspending a child for drawing something. Like, here's the thing. Suspension is detrimental to the child that receives the punishment in a way that other punishments aren't. Because it keeps them out of school, causing them to fall further behind their class. It's like, how is that the answer to a problem child? Oh, go home and be an asshole at home and fall further behind in your studies, and then come back and try and catch up. It's like, no. Maybe that used to be a good punishment for kids when kids cared about their grades, but now that school is part of the circus of suffering, who can blame children for not caring about it? I mean, fuck. Honestly, like, go fill out a request to sit in on a class or something at one of your local public fucking elementary schools and tell me what a time, like, tell me you as a kid would have liked sitting through that. Tell me you as an adult like sitting through it. Go just, like, watch a lesson. Of course. I mean, most of the kids that get suspended end up thinking it's pretty fucking awesome. I got suspended once, and I'll tell you, I didn't, like, I sat at home and played Nintendo because I wasn't even in trouble. I got suspended for getting in a fight, but, you know, that was just the school policies. Like, if you got in a fight, both of the people in the fight got suspended, but I didn't start the fight. And I tried to defend myself, and I got my ass kicked, but whatever. I got to sit at home while I was nursing my wounds for a week and play Nintendo because I wasn't even busted by my parents. Because, you know, they, like, when I told my dad the story, he was like, well, son, you ain't in trouble with me, but you're in trouble with your school. And that's just the way it goes sometimes, you know, but just know you did the right thing. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to sit around and play Nintendo. And I did, dude. I got really good at that. What was that Nintendo soccer game where all the dudes had big heads and shit? Fire Pro Soccer or some shit on the NES. Oh my god, dude. I was epic at that game by the end of that week. What was the fight about? I've told the story before. That was the fight where it was the day after the Denver Broncos got annihilated by the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but I was in grade school. And there was a kid there at school that was always wearing a Denver Broncos jacket named TJ Madrano. Probably shouldn't say his full name, but whatever. There's probably a bunch of TJ Madranos out there anyway. This fucking kid loved the Broncos, and I was standing around with my friends talking about the game, and I wasn't shitting on the Broncos like overtly. I was just talking about the game, and it was a slaughter. Like, it was a total rout, dude. And I was talking about that. I was like, man, yeah, it was hard, whatever. I don't even remember what I said that set him off, but he walked over to me because he overheard me say some stupid shit about the Broncos. And he was like, what'd you say about the fucking Broncos, man? What'd you say? What'd you say? He gets all in my face. And I'm like, I was just talking about the game, dude. Like, they got beat pretty bad. Like, whatever. He's like, what, you got something to say to me? He's all in my face. So I put my hand on his chest, right? I touched the Broncos jacket and kind of just held him at arm's length. And I was like, come on, dude, just chill. And he was like, you touched the fucking Broncos jacket. It's on, bro. And he strips off the Broncos jacket and hands it to one of his friends. And then all of a sudden, I'm surrounded by, like, a group of his friends and toadies and shit. And he's coming at me. And I actually, like, to my credit in this fight, I landed the first blow. Because he, threw his jacket down. His friends all surrounded me. They're all like, fight, fight, fight. And he's got his hands up and he's coming at me. And I just lashed out and I threw one punch and I smacked him right in the lips. And it probably wasn't a very hard punch because it didn't knock him down, but it stunned him. He was stunned for a second. And he dabbed his lips to see if he was bleeding, and then he came after me and kicked the ever-living shit out of me. I mean, like, literally, like, he came at me. He didn't land a bunch of punches at first, but he pushed me back. And his friends that were surrounding me would drop bombs on me from behind when he would shove me into them. So he would, push me into the ring, which was made up of his friends. And when I would hit them, they would all punch me in the back of the head and shove me towards him again. And, the fight was over at that point. He beat the shit out of me with the help of his friends. But the fight got, when the fight got broken up, I was still standing toe-to-toe with him. So it just looked like we were having a fight. And which we were, I guess. And the school's policy was, anybody involved in a fight gets suspended for a week. So this kid's probably a cop now. I don't know what he is, but I wouldn't be shocked to hear he was. How old was I? I mean, I'd have to look up what year that was, honestly. I want to say I was 4th grade. Or 5th grade. So, whatever age you are in that grade. Oh, don't worry about it, Coleman. Like, dude, I just appreciate you doing anything as a mod. You're not, like, I'm not going to ever, like, badger or bitch at my mods. It's not your job, dude. It's just, whatever. You're an outstanding member of the community, my friend. And you do what you want as far as the moderation is concerned. That rule is stupid. I'd have gone to school just to break the rules. Whatever. I mean, you're a fucking rebel, man. I mean, I don't know how I've gone so long without that being a thing. Once again, that, your moderator status comes with no strings. You don't even have to do anything if you don't want to, Jason. Just a way of, that allows you to circumvent slow mode as well, which is kind of nice, Everybody else has to wait like 25 seconds in between chit chat, but now you don't. Be honest, Paul, the 90s was the best time to be a fat kid. No, dude, I don't think any time is a good time to be a fat kid. It probably was, well, I don't know, maybe. I wish I was favored enough by Paul to not have slow mode. Oh, the humanity. Slow mode is gay. It's unfortunately necessary, though. Did you see the Joshua Fierstein video where he offers 2 victims of the Parkland school shooting $100,000 to debate him? He called them stupid and called David Hogg some derogatory. Yeah, like, that's the thing now. And, like, whatever. You can't, like, totally discount counter arguments for gun control because they made fun of high school kids, but you gotta admit that's pretty fucking low, dude. It's one thing if your opponent is like a grown-ass man and you want to tear down his experience and shit, but like a lot of these right-wing like talk show hosts and outlets have done that. Like people way more mainstream than fucking Joshua Fierstein. Like Laura Ingraham, I saw some bullshit on Twitter about her where she's making fun of this kid for not being able to get into colleges and shit. David Hogg has a 4.2 GPA, by the way. And that's their best argument against him, is that he applied to some colleges and didn't get in. You know what I mean? That's like, that definitely refutes his argument for gun control. What's the first thing you think of when you hear the name Chad? We had this song called Jobs the Gimp / Chad the Gimp. It's an Apple Nasty song about two guys that we were friends with. The first one, I mean, it's kind of, I mean, I guess you could probably interpret it as kind of racist, but whatever. We didn't really think of it that way. The Jobs was Jabba was the full name that we called him, was our friend Brian, who was a black guy. And we called him Jabba after it was a name that we came up with because Shabba Ranks was a popular pop artist at the time, and so somehow we started calling him Jabba. So Jobs was shortened to Jobs, and the song was I knew this guy, his name was Jobs. He had big lips like corn on the cobs. That was the first verse of it. And then the second one was, I knew this guy, his name was Chad, a cockroach within the gum that he had. Because there was this guy, Chad, that was a really annoying dork that always wore Hobie shirts. If you remember, Hobie was like a line of like surf and skate shirts. And this guy always had a Hobie shirt on. And he was a total Chad, dude. Chad, amongst us, I shit you not, in the 7th and 8th grade, when me and my friend Rodney met and started really hanging out in earnest, Chad was synonymous with an asshole because of that kid. So, like, you would say, you know, oh, fuck me in the Chad, or, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Like, anytime you talked about a butthole, we would just replace it with Chad. And that, like, we did that all the way through high school into our 20s. If I was around Rodney right now, we would be having a conversation about somebody's Chad, and I would know exactly what he was talking about because it was so. Yeah, I'm not fond of the name Chad. I guess that's the TLDR version of that. I mean, yeah, that kid, he was, dude. He was just a total Chad. And, you know, I wonder if your name does have the power to influence your personality, you know, because people perceive you a certain way. You start to act a certain way. Corey is another douchey name, yeah. There were a lot of those in the 90s. You know, a lot of kids named, a lot of boys named Corey. Billy is kind of dorky. I don't know. I guess, but you know, you could be like Williams, get a bunch of different nicknames. My friend Morgan's little brother was a William, but he was Willie. So you get Will, Willie, and then we had a friend named William as well, and he was Will. So Willie, Will, you know, Bill. There's a lot of pretty cool, you know, Billy, you know, whatever. It's a little dorky, but it's not the worst. Tiffany's. There were a lot of Tiffany's because, like, a lot of children of the 80s, you know, loved that name because there was a pop star named Tiffany. So, like, my fucking school days were just absolutely overrun with Tiffany's and Ambers. A lot of, you know, you don't see a whole lot of those names, I don't think, anymore. I mean, I'm sure Tiffany's probably still a pretty common name. Michael is a good name. I think Alexander is a really good name, too. Back when I was trying to have children with my ex-wife, one of the names that we had talked about for boys was Alexander. Is Corey a more manly name than Cody? They're both equally unmanly, I think. Insert girl name, Lynn, yeah. Or just Brooklyn. God, man, that's one of those names. I don't know what stand-up comic pointed it out, but they were so right. That's just like asking for your daughter to be a stripper. Brooklyn. Yikes. Alexandru? No. Nope. Don't like it. I like Alexander. Shorten it to Alex. It's a cool name. Do I recognize your picture? Oh yeah, that's me. That's me in high school. I think it's a picture of me standing around with a bunch of my classmates after a theater competition or something. Very white guilt. Vintage white guilt. Can I be a mod? There's a standard answer to that question. If you have to ask to be a mod, the answer is always no. So there you go. I'm not looking to flood my chat with mods and shit. Just, you know, members of the community that have distinguished themselves, I bestow upon them the modships. Can you not be a mod? You know what? Let me mod you real quick, Kawaii Cost, just to spite you. Can you be channel owner? You already are, George. You've got the hot new George Costanza channel that everybody's clamoring to watch, dude. Why would you want this channel? All right, that's enough, Kawaii Cost. That's enough of you. You're no longer a mod, dipshit. You already fucked it up, man. You fucked it up. But it was a good few seconds, wasn't it? He already fucked up, man. Wow. You buy my soul for the right price, yeah? The cost of my soul is $3 billion with a B. You can make that cash transfer anytime you like. Just get a hold of me and we'll work out a way to transfer that payment and get the contract drawn up. Can you make payments? You can do 2 installments of $1.5 billion a piece. I'll take it in that. It'll be, I'll give you a yearly installment plan, right? So the first installment is due at the signing of the contract. That's the $1.5 billion. And then 1 year from the signing date of the contract, the second $1.5 billion is due. I mean, that's a sweet deal. You're not going to find that anywhere else. I'm just trying to work with you and find a budget, that works within your, your economic standing. Any cool plans this weekend? Not really. Sunday is my birthday. So I guess I'll probably just be sitting around here with TJ and Chelsea and Ashley and the kitty who's sitting on my desk right now looking at all of you go by. Very cute. You guys probably can't see him, but let me see if I can get him on the camera here. What up, Squeaks? He's getting huge. But he likes to sit and watch you guys. Just so you know. See him? He likes to watch you guys scroll by on the screen. You like that American gut, too? Yeah. Isn't it great? This is a fancy mic. I'm not bragging, but this is an industry standard vocal performance mic. April Fool's Day for Easter and your birthday. Yeah, I don't think I'll have to look. Maybe I can just ask how. Okay. So the occurrences of so April 1st. So the last time that we had so 1956 was the last time that my birthday landed on Easter. So it has been it's never happened in my lifetime. So this is a first for me. It's pretty weird. It'll be this year, and then if I live until 2029, I'll get another one. If I live until 2040, I'll get another one. So I get like a rapid-fire kind of bunch of Easter birthdays after living most of my life having never had one. Whatever. Oh, wait. I better stop this Mac DeMarco song, because I'm just going to, oh, man. The flags are real. April 1st, your life was destined to be a joke. You ain't living till 2040. Hey, who knows, dude? Maybe they'll cure obesity in my lifetime. And cancer. And heart disease. I'm going to be 38 on Sunday. So, yeah, I'm 37 now. Be 38 on Sunday. Was born in 1980. Oh, God. Kitty, please. Yeah, I'm old. You're just figuring this out. The chocolate Whopper? What's a chocolate Whopper? That's not a real thing, is it? Damn, dude. Captain Tree's going to turn 16 in 3 months, dude. Damn. Yeah, 40 is kind of around the corner at that point, right? Two more years till the big 4-0. I got to tell you, like, I had people like trying to get me to dread 30. I remember when I turned 30, there were so many people telling me like, "Oh man, dude, 30 is so rough. I remember 30, man. Oh God, I'm so sorry." And I was just like, 30 came and went, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, well, whatever." So I don't really freak out about my age. It's not something that it's not something I consider a whole lot. You know what I mean? There's all this expectation that people, that gets placed upon you, given like, oh, you're this old and you still do X. You know what I mean? I guess the one that really would bother me about myself if it were true about my life was, hey, you're this old and you still live with your mom. Like if I was 38 and still living with my mom, that's a cliche that I think I might feel bad about, given the circumstance. But other than that, like this whole like you're supposed to be this, that, or the other thing by such age, and all the pressure and implication of that, and then all the like fright about, oh man, I'm another year older just because it happens to be that this one rolled around to a decade. I don't know, dude. I just don't see myself fucking freaking out very much about 40, if at all. But go on. I don't want you up here, man. You're being an asshole. If you were just being a cool cat, that'd be one thing. But you've just you've destroyed this. Not destroyed it, but you fucked it all up, man. Yeah, Kitty Squeaks McGeeks is going through. He's going through an asshole phase for sure. He's definitely like hitting that terrible twos or whatever the fuck age. He's really cool. Like, he's a super affectionate cat. He's really cuddly, but he's also kind of a troll. Like, he just trolls Dinor all day. Like, if Dinor was in here with me now, he'd be chasing Dinor around like a fucking... And, like, all Dinor needs to do is step up to him once and establish that he's stronger than the cat. But Dinor's such a skittish dog, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know how to do that. So he just, like, runs away from the cat and looks at me like, what am I supposed to do? And I'm like, dude, just... whack him with your paw one time or something, or really bark at him and get in his face one time, and he'll learn that, like, oh man, yeah, I don't want to really troll Dinor. But I can't make Dinor do that, you know what I mean? And you can't really discipline a cat. So it's just like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck, man? Yeah, man, dude, Tree, don't even worry about 30. Honestly, that whole bullshit about like you're supposed to have such and such accomplished by the end of your 20s, man. That's a harsh expectation to place on somebody, because I know, dude, I don't know much about your personal life, Tree, but the little bits that you've shared on your streams here and there, dude, you got crazy shit that you deal with. Everybody does. You know what I mean? Moving and job drama and job searches and fucking all the, you know what I mean? Like, how are you supposed to be a 20-year-old and accomplish, you know what I mean? I just don't understand it. I don't understand all that expectation. Everybody's got bills, you know what I mean? Kind of weird question, but do you have an age you'd prefer to at least make it to before you die? When I hit my 60s, I feel like I at least won't have died young. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think, my 60s is a good expectation. I think it's possible that I live that. I don't really care, man. The truth of the matter is this. I've lived a pretty unhealthy lifestyle for a very long time, and that's taken its toll on my body in numerous ways. One of them being I probably shed years and years off my life. You gotta pay for that. I'm still living an unhealthy lifestyle and still paying those dues. You know what I mean? So, like, my expectations for my longevity are not great. However, modern medicine is pretty good, and I've probably got a few years in me yet, so I don't really find it something to worry about. It's like, it's just sitting and wringing my hands about that would defeat the purpose at this point. It's the quality of the years, not the length of them. There you go. That's a good way to look at it. And, the last few years of my life have been a crazy roller coaster. Super crazy adventure time with Paul's ego. You know what I mean? I've lived in 3 different separate states. I've, ended relationships, started new relationships, quit jobs and started brand new jobs, and doing things that I never thought I'd do to make a living. It's been a fucking, the last 3 years of my life or so alone are probably worth the price of admission. You know what I mean? What a crazy, crazy sequence of events. Smoked a lot of weed, that too. That too, man. Wonder what the average age is in this chat. Yeah, that's one of those things that I don't even want to do, like, because I do the polling thing with, like, where are you guys from, because people are more likely to share that, but, like, the troll instinct, there's going to be just a ton of people trolling with their age names, dude. Yeah, see? 74. So there's a lot of 20-somethings in here. Some later teen folks. I'm 106 years old. Yeah, so who knows, dude? Who knows, like, if these are actually true? Or, but it looks like, we can assume some of them are true, and it looks like my audience is pretty staunchly early to mid-20s in age, ranging down to late teens and ranging up to the 30s or so. Seems about right, I guess. Who's the oldest fan that you've met? There've been quite a few older dudes at the meetups and stuff. I don't know which. I didn't really ask them their ages, but I don't know who was the oldest. But I'm pretty surprised by the amount of older dudes that we seem to draw into the fan base. At least the fan base that's willing to come out, wants to meet us and stuff. When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not. That's true. This means you're cool. Oh, man, yeah, dude, the younger generation accepts me. The millennials love me. That makes me cool. Like Kanye Z. Right? One of those isn't he one of those hippity hop guys? Kanye Z. Hello there, fellow young people. It's time for the Ideology Show here on Paul's Ego. Whoa! Hey, guys, I know what you're thinking. Who's this old, decrepit fuck sitting in front of you? Let me tell you, though, I understand the minds of young people. I like electronic dance music and going to raves. All right? And you think, what? This old guy... He's way too squared to go to a rave and flip the glow sticks with me, but listen, kids, listen. I'm young at heart, okay? I'm young at heart. Yeah, make sure you guys smash that like button. Don't make me throw up the rage face meme, you know what I mean? Oh, my face when you guys don't smash the like. Speaking of dads, my dad told me to stay away from you. He says you will drug me and do things to my butt if I ever meet you in person. What? All right, well, how's your dad know what my plan is? Like, that's creepy. How would he know that, like, my entire agenda in befriending you is to hopefully meet you one day and drug you and put things in your butt? Your dad is on the, like, whoa. Legitimately, you should give your dad a hug because he helped you dodge a bullet tree. Because that's exactly, I'm just going to be, whatever. When you're caught, you're caught. Your dad took one look at me and says, oh, hell no, man. That guy's going to do butt stuff to you, man. That's awesome. My dad is a C4C fan, but he never told me theories about you guys doing butt stuff with me when I come to a meetup. I mean, maybe I'm just not planning to do butt stuff with you, and so he doesn't have the spidey sense, you know what I mean? Little does he know Paul's the one. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, seriously, dude. Tree the Strangler. The Salt likes butt stuff. I can see Paul as a prison bull queer gay for the stay. Oh, you mean just like gay because I'm there, because that's the best I can do while I'm there. But as soon as I'm out, I'm not gay anymore. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. Being gay is illegal in some countries, Paul. Be careful. Oh, yeah, that's right. No bully. No bully. Paul Butt Stuff Parky. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's a fantastic nickname. Is Gen X really more conservative, or are millennials just extremely liberal? I don't know, man. There was my generation had its really huge fair share of it took different forms. You know what I mean? Like, it was more, there were a lot of, eco-liberals when I was a kid. There were a lot of, earth worshippers, dirt worshippers, you know? He called me the amazing atheist. So he's got, yeah, maybe he thought I was TJ. I don't know. I have a lot of millennials have jumped on the alt-right train, partially because modern leftists make the left seem so unappealing. Oh, uh-oh. You're designing a website for work and it's pissing you off? Hide a dick in it. I'm dead serious, dude. Put like a 1x1 pixel dick on every page. Or something. It'll make you feel better. Paul, are you now or have you ever been associated with the Communist Party? Sir, Mr. Parky, are you now or have you ever been associated with the Communist Party? Wow, dude, I didn't know a Kennedy was watching me. That's cool. Yeah, dude, hide it on a secret page or something. There's not enough money in caring about the environment, sadly. There's still some to be made in pretending for a week, but that's about it, yeah. I mean, it was just like, and it wasn't just that. There was like a more counterculture movement that was more apolitical. My generation, there was a lot of, there was that eco-liberalism, and then there was kind of like what I like to call fuck it liberalism. where, the way that you feel about issues usually lines up with a liberal worldview, but the worldview that you espouse to everyone else is fuck it. Parky, such a beta surname, like very honky. Well, I can't help that, dude. I mean, what do you want me to do? I can't go back in time and kill the first Parky to make sure that doesn't end up being my name. Because that would kill me. So what am I supposed to do, dude? What do you want me to do about it? Did you draw the Dynor shirt design? Nope. That was drawn by Jim Ass. Legally, well, I've thought about that, but I don't know, dude. When you're choosing something like that you only really want to do one time in your life, if ever, right? Because I have no problem changing my last name. I got no attachment to my last name at all. So, but what do you pick? You can't pick a meme. You can't do that. And if it is a meme, it's got to be a meme that can pass as a non-meme. But it's something that it's going to follow you for the rest of your life. You're going to have to learn how to sign it. You're going to, introduce yourself as this. You're going to be known as this. How do you make that decision? I actually kind of like the last name Zego, dude. That's a top contender in my mind for a possible name change. Zego. I just like it. Blart? Yeah, dude, Blart. See, I can't just do Paul Ego. That's not right to me. Smeanus, yeah. Yeah, I want that to be my name for the rest of my life. Paul Smeanus. Get S. See, I don't want to change my middle name, though. I like my middle name. My middle name, I think, is kind of cool. I wish my middle name was my first name. So I don't want to change my middle name to something. I just want to change the last name. Your niece's name is Everett. Well, my middle name is Everett. Everett. Yeah, my middle name is the Ball, yes. Everett Zego. Yeah, dude, that'd be a cool name. Maybe I'll just drop the Paul, because I was bitching the other night about how I hate my first name, too, and it's true. That'd be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? I mean, there'd be no way that anybody in my family would ever call me anything other than PJ, and I'm fine with that. But, if my legal first name... I could drop the fucking Paul, too. I could do away with it. Do you think Alex Jones actually believes anything he says? I mean, he answered that himself during the court case with his for custody of his children. He talked extensively in that court case about the fact that he's an actor, that he's a performer, and that the things that he says on the show are strictly part of that performance. Yeah, so I mean, it's really not up for debate. I mean, I'm sure he has some wacky notions about things, but I think he figured out long ago that he could just sell snake oil by being a crazy conspiracy nut. He compared the Parklands to, well, yeah, dude, he's always got to be on the extreme edge of the, right-wing thought bubble now. You know what I mean? He's always got to be there. He's always got to take the extreme stance because that's how he garners attention. That's how he gets people to go to his website, which is just covered in banner ads for his shitty supplements. Paul, the depression's been hitting me kind of hard lately. Feel circus, man. Yeah, I mean, it happens, but I mean, what can you do but step right up? Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Come see the man racked with crippling depression. Yes, existential horror and dread permeates his every thought, every second of the day. Watch as he bites his nails down to the quick while thinking about things he did in the past that he has no power to change. Watch as he pulls his hair out at night trying to get to sleep while his mind is racked with terrible self-destructive thoughts. Yes, depression, ladies and gentlemen, all part of the circus of humanity. Oh, isn't it great, though? Aren't we all awesome, guys? Yes, Chris Chan is just an elaborate troll. No, I don't think so. I think Chris Chan is legitimately off his nut, which is fine. I feel lucky not to be depressed or ever have been. That you are a lucky person. It's not fun, man. Nothing about it is fun. Yeah, man. The circus music is at least fun. Julie! Oh, God, man. That's one of those things that, like, I don't ever tell people about because I know the power it has. Like, once you've seen that, it's burned into your memory forever. You'll never forget it. It's horrible. It's like walking in and catching your parents fucking or something. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that to people. When was the last time you had a panic attack and what happened during? Let me think about that. The last panic attack I had was a couple of weeks ago. Maybe a little less. And what happens during my panic attacks is always the same. I retreat as far as I can from other people, and I just kind of curl up in a ball. I don't really outwardly express my panic very often. It's always a very internalized thing. I just kind of curl up in my bed, and I try and put something distracting on the headphones, and I just lay there and usually sweat. That typifies a panic attack for me. This one, though, in this case, what brought it on, I think it was just economic worry, like bills and the complexity of all of that started the thought train that led to the panic attack. By the time the panic attack is going, it really doesn't have a definitive cause or central, like focus for me. Once it gets rolling, it's like the floodgates open and the panic applies to everything. And it's just like my mind is constantly reaching out, trying to find worst case scenarios and everything. What Louis C.K. did, while not cool, isn't the worst shit ever. Okay, well, I agree with that. I mean, I don't think it makes him an unfunny person. I mean, go back and watch some good old classic Louis C.K. stand-up and tell me it's not funny. So yeah, he wangled a couple of chicks, and it was inappropriate, and he shouldn't have did that. But doesn't mean he's not a funny dude. Listening to how you and others talk about the mindset during depression, it sounds really destructive to me, and I feel sorry for the people that have depression. I wish there was, well, yeah, I mean, everybody's got their shit. You know what I mean? You may not have depression, but there's a good chance that you suffer from some other ailment. If you don't, you're a very, very lucky person, but you're also, I think, in a growing, what's approaching a minority of humanity. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sorry, I just can't stop laughing at somebody's jokes just because they perpetrated a wangle, you know what I mean? Like, Harvey Weinstein has financed a lot of amazing movies, including every last single fucking, Quentin Tarantino film. The Weinstein Company has had its finger in that. They've been very good to Quentin Tarantino. None of that. So, like, what? I can't like any Quentin Tarantino movies now because dirty old wangling Weinstein money was involved? It's like, nah, that doesn't make any sense to me, dude. Do you think Quentin knew? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Best thing you can do is be positive and there for those you love who struggle with it. Having someone on your side is a great... Oh, yeah, that is totally true, dude. That's actually an honest-to-goodness good piece of advice for people, that want to be supportive of people that have depression. Just having an ally, man. Feeling like you got somebody on your side can mean the difference, dude. Came out that Buckethead wangled. That doesn't take away from the fact that he's one of the best. Well, yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Fake positivity. Oh, yeah. I'm not talking about fake positivity, though. You don't have to condescend to a depressed person. Just be there for them. Just listen, ask how they're doing, be interested, and take their back when they need it, You don't got to be fake. I used to love you, Paul, but now I hate you. You did everything wrong. Whoa. Whoa, buddy. I think you might have a lot more emotion wrapped up in this than you need to. I have major depression, major anxiety, and a panic disorder. Living healthy and forcing myself to continue my education is... Yep. I mean, you got to fight it somehow or another. That's for sure. Anyone who does anything inappropriate to a woman should lose everything they have instantly. Well, that seems to be the kind of the mindset nowadays. It's a little spooky, isn't it? I mean, I'm glad that, as a public figure, dude, that's just not something that's ever going to crop up with me. I'm just not I'm not the type of guy that's going to pull his dick out in front of a chick or try and gaffle a chick up in some creepy, clandestine relationship. And it's just not in my makeup. You know what I mean? You didn't hurt my feelings, Dark Baddie. It's fine, dude. I touched your hang low at a meetup. Oh, it's you. Well, it's one of you. I always give a few hand jobs at meetups. I mean, it's the least I can do, right? The most dedicated of our fans. You gotta wax the porpoise, man. You gotta flog the dolphin. Every time I see Wrangler jeans now, I read it as Wangler. Yeah, dude. Wangler jeans. Yeah, a hand job. I don't think Patreon would take kindly to that, though. Something tells me that I might get my Patreon banned if I make one of the tiers like a hand job. Can you stop raving, Paul? It's not... Dude, I will never stop raving, bro. Because I'm young, just like you, and I'm into all the things that young kids are into, man. Here on Ideology, you know what I mean? You know what that means. A gentleman's handshake or something. Yeah, as long as I don't advertise what it actually is. Stay away from real descriptive. Yeah, you're right. I could just say, a gentleman's handshake. And then I'll be like, PM me for details after purchasing this tier. And I'll tell them. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is not ideology. Thank you for reminding me. Just a quick reminder to everybody who maybe has tuned in a little later here in the show. This is not ideology. 110% not ideology. You can see that right here in our logo, a brand new show here on YouTube. Yeah. It's the poltergeist, of course. Of course. Not ideology, dude. The Koopa True. Yeah, dude. No bully, all right? No bully. We're not even going to discuss that. We're not even going to discuss that here today. No bully. Ideology was just starting to get good when not ideology. Yeah, I know, dude. Well, whatever. That channel's dead. Not ideology is the new way forward. Well, I want to say thank you to all of you for hanging out today. As always, it's been cool. It's been fun. It's been real. But it hasn't been real fun. I'll catch you next time.